It's time for Nixon and Agnew Reviews! Brought to you by Charlington Chews. If you're cast out to sea too, stash this durable Jew. Agnew. Psst. Agnew. You asleep? It's 37th President of the United States, Richard Nixon here. Try not to wake you up if you are. Arr! Oh, you are awake. Good. Arr! Listen, Agnew, I can't sleep. I don't know what I'm doing with my life now we've been out of the White House for 58 years. I just float around and wallow in my little tank jar all day with no purpose, damn it. Like a fleshy pickle, mopey and hollow, asking myself spiritually loaded questions like, why are we here? And how could we believe a loving God exists when Hillary Clinton is a thing? I guess I just need some cosmic guidance, Agnew. What's that? Read the Bible, you say? What the heck is a Bible? And me, read? You've known me the better half of a century, Agnew. When have you ever seen me read? Dar? Oh, when I spent an entire week studying the Democrats' proposed 1971 Comprehensive Child Care Development Act bill, which would have created federally funded public child care centers across the U.S., before unequivocally deciding to kill the thing stone dead. Well, you can't blame me. That was clearly a communist ploy to centralize our precious children in easy-to-access learning centers, so that the commies could infiltrate them and indoctrinate the kiddies into believing all kinds of wacky facts, and get them to dye their hair different colors to boot. Thank God I protected our education system so thoroughly, and fought off the communist attacks so effectively, thereby protecting future generations from the evil scourge. Besides, that bill came with naughty pictures. Dar! Oh, I'm thinking of the Hustler magazine I was always secretly looking at when I was pretending to read the bills in Congress. Could be, Agnew, could be. Anyway, it's 3:30 a.m. in the morning, so we may as well watch a movie to get us back to sleep. So what are we watching tonight, Agnew? Or today, I guess. Life of Pi, eh? You know, I always wanted to live a life of pie as a little kid. In fact, it was always my dream to be a full-time professional pie taster when I grew up. Just imagine it, Agnew. Traveling the country, state to state, meeting the salt of the earth, honest-to-God folk while scuffing a piece of Americana by the pound. Alas, it wasn't to be, Agnew. Nope. Mama wanted me to become a fancy boy lawman, so I had to kiss goodbye to the whole pie-eating ambition and embrace my destiny as a corporate swamp rat politician. ARRROOOOO! Although I did get to achieve a little slice of my dream during that one summer I interned as a porn star, and was made to try a few cream pies of my own, but that was something very different, and not what my 10-year-old self ever imagined the job to be. Anyway, in the words of an unlicensed circus entertainer who's constantly trying to stay ahead of the local feds, let's get this show on the road, Agnew.
Born and raised in Pondicherry, in what was the French part of India, my father owned the zoo, and I was delivered on short notice by a herpetologist who was there to check on the Bengal monitor lizard.
Hey, what's with these dudes speaking so funny? Yow! Injun? Hey! I play darts 3 times a week with Chief Red Jacket, and that's not the vocal inflections of no native Injun, damn it. Yow! Injun! Oh, Indian. As in the curry guys. I see. Are these those same people always asking the US for aid, even though they're pretty damn developed now, both economically and medically? I'm not donating 1 cent, damn it. I mean, I swear they even have a space program now. All that progress and technology. So why is this dude walking with a limp? Arr! Polio? Oh my god, he injured his leg playing equestrian sports? I take it all back, Agnew. We have to donate to this guy's cause. I can't have people taking L's in upper class sport and just leave them to have to dip into their inheritance monies to pay for their surgeries and leg brackets. Arr! Oh, I'm thinking of polo, which is an upmarket recreational game played upon horseback, whereas this guy has a condition called polio, which was never effectively treated in childhood and now he has a lifelong disability, which makes daily activities harder than the average man. Huh. Still, let's donate to that horsey thing. Oh my god! It's Raj from the Big Bang Theory. Dude's all grown up now, and hey, now he can talk, cook, and has great posture. Nice to see at least one of those crazy kids make it in the real world.
Good boy.
Throwing kids into a pool of water. Wait, so let me get this straight. So when the Indians do it, it's called fun. But when the US military do it, it's suddenly, quote, crimes against humanity with an intent of genocide. The world's against us, Agnew. Arr!
And I was named Pisin Malitor Patel.
His name is Pishin Patel? I don't know what's worse, Agnew. The fact his name sounds like an act of urination, or the fact he's part French. Arr! You're right. It's the French thing.
Pi, the 16th letter of the Greek alphabet, which is also used in mathematics to represent the ratio of any circle's circumference to its diameter. 3.14 pi.
Now he's trying to convince all his school buddies to call him pi, after the mathematical constant 3.14159. You know, the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. I guess their first task is to use it to figure out James Corden's waistline. ARRROOOOO! Bah! The whole universe in Krishna's mouth. Does this mean in this analogy we're like bacteria between her teeth that she has to keep flossing out? Is that why some of us smell so bad? Hint, hint, Agnew. What? Are?
Thank you, Vishnu, for introducing me to Christ.
A Hindu Catholic, eh? This guy's more messed up than Lewis Hamilton when he flies in on a private jet to deliver an eco speech telling us all to turn vegan and save the planet. Ew, they're eating with their fingers. My god, this Indian family is so poor they can't even afford basic cutlery utensils. Agnew, put aside some merch revenue so we can make another donation. I really want to make sure those horses are okay, damn it.
Science can teach us more about what is out there, but not what is in here.
What, boobies? I think Google Images has you covered there. Oh.
I would like to be baptized.
And now he wants a baptism, eh? Well, just go down to your local bar and call one of the floozies a skank to her face. Pretty sure you can get an instant baptism there, and most of it's with gin if you buy her a drink first.
After all, you cannot know the strength of your faith until it's been tested.
Precisely, Agnew. I keep telling you, you need to lose it all before you can appreciate what you have. So give me your shit and go live with the bums for a few weeks down in San Francisco. Yarr. No, seriously, give me all your shit and get out.
Richard Parker was a tiger?
Yeah, he got his name through a clerical error. A hunter caught him drinking from a stream when he was a cub and named him Thirsty. When Thirsty got too big, the hunter sold him to our zoo, but the names got switched on the paperwork. The hunter was listed as Thirsty and the tiger was called Richard Parker. We laughed about it and the name stuck.
That's like that time when you applied for that job as a bartender in the local strip joint. At the same exact time, they were hiring a new exotic dancer, and they accidentally switched your names on the paperwork. The staff ended up calling you Sparkle Twinkle Tits for a month before it got too much for you to bear and you quit like a little bitch. Arr! Arr! Agnew sure was super hot, though. I wonder whatever happened to that broad.
You think that tiger is your friend. He's an animal, not a playmate.
Animals have souls. I have seen it in their eyes.
Animals have souls, eh? Well, someone needs to tell Dr. Frickin' Fauci. Peeping at sweeties behind the Wheaties, eh? I like this guy's style, Agnew. Oh. He's on a boat.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me because I'm sailing on a boat.
Ravi, it's a thunderstorm. Let's go watch.
Are you crazy? Don't tempt a storm by...
You know why? 'Cause nothing can stop what's coming. At least that's what I keep hearing about on the chats.
Get out!
Swimming zebras. This movie really has everything, Agnew. Now flying zebras. It's as if the writers were all like, how do we top swimming zebras? Then someone took a sip of Red Bull and just said, make the fuckers fly! He got turfed by a tiger. It's like you, Agnew, when we went to open the new Kellogg's factory, and the underpaid conveyor belt worker dressed as Tony the Tiger threw you out after you sat on his cheese and ham chamois. Arr!
Looks as though your drugs haven't worn off yet.
A drugged up cackling hyena. And look, it's Orange Juice, the lovable orangutan. They could make a whole sitcom with these two. Yeah, you could just whack it with the oar. Well, he certainly got that baptism he wanted, except with more salt and certainly less gin.
Yes! No!
Well, there goes that sitcom idea.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Holy fuck! It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Tiger. There was a frickin' tiger under there the whole time. That was super scary. Just like that time that killer clown jumped out from under my bed when I thought it was my cat making those purring noises and keeping me awake all night. Yar? I had a very unconventional childhood, Agnew. Let's not go there. No! Bastard Splinter!
This is not cool at all!
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Mine!
Wait, you can just pee on something to make it yours? Agnew, help me take a slash on the White House lawn. And also on Kayleigh McEnany. ARRROOOOO! Arr! Go to shower. Go to what now? He bludgeoned a fish to death. Oh, look at his poor face, Agnew. Arr! Still, more of a dignified way to go than when that Neil fella tried the same thing back in the Series 2 opener of The Inbetweeners a few years ago.
Oh! Jesus Christ!
Oh, my.
How the hell has that happened?
I don't know, it didn't have any bait on it.
Get it out!
It's all right, it's just a fish.
It's a fucking terrifying massive fish, Neil! Get rid of it!
I better kill it, it's the kindest thing to do. It won't survive back in the sea now.
Well, that was a much more dignified end for him.
You just punched a fish to death. Now we can take it back and eat it.
It's like a sea of sperms. Well, if you were a smurf, I guess. Or one of those creatures from James Cameron's Avatar jacking off into the sea or something. Was I going somewhere with this? Speaking of, a giant sperm whale. And no, I don't mean Piers Morgan. Well, that ruined his peace and tranquility. And oh no, look, he's lost all his supplies. It's typical Agnew. Just when you think you had everything figured out, a giant fat blubber creature comes out of nowhere and you lose all your cookies. It's exactly like the time Melissa McCarthy burst into our dressing room backstage on Conan and startled me so bad all my Oreos fell down the toilet. Oh.
Hunger can change everything you ever thought you knew about yourself.
Yep, you don't need to tell me. You should see Agnew when he hasn't had his morning Snickers. Ah, Snickers, yum yum.
Here, it's yours!
Mocked by a seagull. It's just like that time on our holidays in Southend-on-Sea, when you had your French fries wrestled out of your fist by a particularly aggressive seafowl. Those cheeky bastards even came back to dip them into our pot of ketchup sitting on the table. It was an outrage, Agnew. What a scummy place England is, Agnew. You don't see that shit in our beautiful new hometown of NYC, damn it.
Live your best life.
Deep-throating a tiger, eh? Has porn really got to the point where to green bestiality is all that's left to try and raise some sexual excitement in incels these days? I guess some people will do anything to finally achieve a boner again. Eh, Agnew? Look at that horizon, Agnew. I told you the Earth was flat. The boys over at the CIA, FBI, and the DMV all laughed at me when I pointed out the Earth can't be a sphere if all the maps of it are 2D and perfectly level. Well, who's laughing now, Agnew? Arrrrrrr. Oh my God, it's AOC in her natural form. He spent all night in that water? How is his body not completely pruned? We spent 20 minutes hiding in a sewer during the early hours of that Watergate arrest, and came out looking like Courtney Cox, but without the makeup. Oh my God! A magical land of resources appearing out of nowhere just at the time he needs it most. Sounds like a metaphor for Biden's financial printing machines for whenever he wants to inflate his way out of the country's economic holes. Oh my God! The island's full of clones. I think Michael Bay's gonna sue somebody for this. Dudes, you're filthy and they have to drink that. A human tooth wrapped in a leaf. So this is where Hillary hides all the bodies. He's in a jungle wearing a loincloth, and now looks like a grown-up version of Mowgli from the Jungle Book. I can't wait for a giant singing bear to turn up to joyfully teach him all about the basic necessities of jungle life.
A few moments later.
The island was carnivorous. During the day, those pools held fresh water, but at night, some chemical process turned the water in those pools into acid.
Oh, I don't remember acid pools in the Disney flicks.
I had to get back to the world, or die trying.
So he just gets back on the boat again. Which direction's he supposed to sail in? And why would the emaciated tiger join him when he has a whole buffet of meerkat clones to gorge on forever? Seems kind of short-sighted to me, but okay, movie, I'll go with it.
I struggled to shore and fell upon the sand.
Hooray, they're saved.
At the edge of the jungle, he stopped. I was certain he was going to look back at me, but he just stared ahead into the jungle. And then Richard Parker, my fierce companion, disappeared forever from my life.
Wait, the tiger leaves without even a thank you? What an ungrateful bastard. This is an outrage. Fetch me my crossbow, Agnew. We're going kitty hunting. Arr. Oh, wait, yes, it's just a film. Carry on. So now he tells a second story about how the hyena was really the mean cook from the start of the movie. The injured zebra was the happy Buddhist sailor, and the orangutan was really his mom. Well, I guess if she was pretty hairy and had ginger pubes, I could buy it, but seems a little far-fetched to me. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the tiger version, because that was more emotionally rewarding and spiritually fulfilling. Hey, and so it goes with God. You know, this movie has really helped me understand the personal nature of faith and the never-ending battle between self-belief, doubt, and the toxic ego. I give this flick 8.1 Smurf sperms out of 10. This movie was awesome, Agnew. I just wish we could have seen it in the 3 dimensions, too. Arr! Yeah, I also want to know how they trained a tiger to swim so good. I mean, it must have taken years to teach him to catch fish and not eat the brown dude. Dar. CG what now? Wait, the tiger was digital the whole time? Gah, I feel so betrayed, Agnew. Okay, I'm reducing my score to 5.6 out of 10. Fuck these lying guys. Dar. Oh, but you're right. If I didn't know it was CG the whole time, it must mean their digital work was impeccable. It's like a successful magic trick. It works if it can fool you into thinking the magician can fly, or that a woman is being cut in half. Oh my god! I never questioned the legitimacy of the animals once. That must mean this movie's even better than I originally gave it credit for. That's it, Agnew. I'm giving this movie a 9.3 out of 10, and that's final, damn it. Arr! Really? You're joining me in giving it a 9.3 out of 10? Well, of course you are. That tiger was gorgeously designed and impressively rendered. And as we all know, you just love a furry pussy. ARRROOOOO! You know, my favorite part was when he stopped to eat some grass on a strange island. Reminds me of the time we went to Snoop Doggy Dogg's Frizzle Manizzle ganja party in the Caribbean a few years ago. Man, that shit was potent, Mike G. Arr. Yeah, and then we hit up the after party over on that other rich guy's island. What was his name again? Not Branson, he's the virgin dude. No, the other geezer. Name began with E. Arr, everything. Oh, yeah, that guy. He was really weird, Agnew. And why did he have so many girlfriends with dwarfism? Oh, yeah, they weren't really dwarves, were they? Well, just like Pi and those insurance guys, I'm going to go ahead and choose the nicer version of that story, where we just parted with lots of adult little people who were totally above the legal limit to be doing all that smoking, drinking, and other stuff. Oh, God. Are we on the flight logs, Agnew?